We have a special guest today. I'll let her introduce herself. But today we are going to be talking about Stranger Things, season five, fitness, and just overall, just generally kind of bullshitting a little bit. So if you're not interested in any of that, just stay and watch anyway. I'm sure you'll have a good laugh. Hey guys, welcome back. Well, it's not back. It's the first ever episode of Lifter. I don't even know her, the podcast. And now let's have our very special guest introduce herself.
Hey guys, my name is Gianna. I'm 27 years old. I am from the wonderful state of New Jersey. I am more than just a lifter. Love lifting weights, but there's more beyond that. Um, Huge Stranger Things buff, huge weightlifter, big espresso connoisseur, tiramisu connoisseur of all sorts. Um, yeah, I don't even know where to begin, but I'm from New Jersey. I work in New York City. I'm the oldest of three. Everybody in my family is pretty jacked, so it runs in the bloodstream.
Oh, you're the oldest of
And
three.
the oldest of three, yeah, I am the oldest of three. So leading by example, I guess you
Yeah, for
could
sure.
say. Leading by good example. All natty too.
Natty, hell yeah.
Natty or not, all natty. Um, Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff going on. This time of year it's just super busy, super chaotic. All good chaos though. Better to be busy than to be bored. You know what I mean? Much better to be busy than bored.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, dude, the trailer for the next part, is that a
Oh my
trailer for the
God.
next couple episodes or is that the trailer for the finale? I don't,
I think it's I think it's limited to just volume two.
okay, okay.
So I went to go see the perks of working in New York
Uh
City. I
huh.
went to go see the Broadway show
Right.
last week. And it was nice. I kind of wish I saw it before
Mm hmm.
volume one came out. Um, it ties a lot of the things together for kind of like what Henry deals with. It's like his
Right.
everything that leads up to the villain arc, which is cool.
Okay.
And Vecna is like my favorite villain of all time. I like Henry. I like
Right,
Vecna.
right.
Characters have a lot of depth, but that trailer for season two is wild. Did you see the scene where it's like transitioning from like Mr. Whatsit to or it's like
Mm
Henry
hmm.
to one and it's like he's
Yeah.
possessed in the
Yeah.
stairway or something. Crazy. There's a lot of
Um,
theories. A
can
lot of
you give
theories.
us you think you could give us a spoiler-free synopsis of the play? Because I haven't seen it. I don't know when I'll
Yeah.
get a chance to see it, but I would definitely love to know the general premise without any like big spoilers.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I think that first of all, I think it's super unfair that the play isn't like available to everyone. I think there's like critical things that happen there that would
Yeah.
be super helpful for everybody to
If you're
know.
not close, like you have to like fly in and like stay in the city to just to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, which is not fair since it's like a global phenomenon. But
Mm-hmm.
first of all, the play was fantastic. Like the actors nailed it. All their mannerisms, like everything, they were so good. So it's centered around Henry and his upbringing and how his family treated him, and basically how um, the first time he encounters Dr. Brenner
Right.
and how his mom all along thought he was, this different child that, and she knew that he was different and he got lost in the woods. Woods being the parallel for the cave that Max is currently in right now.
Right. Right.
He got lost in the woods, and that's kind of when the mind flayer, I guess you could say, like possessed him, took him over. It's kind of when shit went down.
Mm-hmm.
And the cave that Max is in is kind of like it's the parallel for the woods that he got lost in when he was younger, which is why in that scene when he goes to chase Max, he kind of stops and looks at her all scared and he won't enter the
Right.
cave. That was a nice little tie-in to confirm that. But um it a lot of the play is centered around his time in high school with Hopper,
Mm-hmm.
Joyce, Ted Wheeler, Karen Wheeler, um, Eddie Munson's dad, Steve Harrington's dad, um, Bob Newby, and the central theme of the play, or one of the central themes, is Henry's Henry and Bob Newby's sister, Patricia Newby's love story. So Patty Newby and Henry Creel are like, high school sweethearts, they're
Gotcha.
in love, whatever. And so there's like a lot of speculation on like whatever happened to Patty Newby, like where does she play a role in the Stranger Things, saga? And there's like this whole theory that she might be the guidance counselor that was in season 4,
Mm-hmm.
just because the actress that plays Patty Newby in the play is looks like the actress that
Oh,
played
really?
the
Okay.
guidance counselor in season 4. It would kind of make sense. Like, she talks to Max, she talks to how she, is experiencing all of these. It was like the nightmares, the headaches, and everything. And she wasn't like super phased by it. So it like kind of would make sense if that is Patty Newby. But yeah, I don't know. And then it just shows how when he's in the lab and when Brenner kind of takes him under his wing, he just gets stronger, and Brenner knows how to like activate his powers and how they use his blood to like distribute it to all these other kids and
Right,
how
right,
they
right.
gain their powers. So it kind of gives how he developed into like what he is, but it's really cool to see how he like went to school with like Joyce, Hopper, like, and all of these characters now like don't know that that is Henry Creel. Like, or do they? Do they
Mm.
know that Henry Creel is behind all of this? Um, kind of
Wait, so
wild.
do we know how old Henry? Because I feel like when we see him interacting with the kids, he doesn't look like the same age as like what we see in present day Joyce and Hopper. So that always confused me because I'm like, okay, so if this is Henry Creel, because I knew that the play did have to do with them all being in high school together, but I was like,
Yeah,
he kind of still looks like he's maybe like early 20s, like when he's interacting with 11 and the other kids in the lab. But
yeah,
I know that can't be the case because he went to high school with Joyce and Hopper and everybody else. So did you like
yeah.
get an idea of how old he is, or did he like get stuck in this form or something because of his like powers that he got?
It's funny you say that. I went with two of my coworkers and we
Mm-hmm.
were kind of like whispering about it while we were in the audience of it. In the play, they mention like they make comments about him being like the young kid or the freshman. So assuming that
Oh,
all of them
okay.
are seniors at the time that he's a freshman, they're not the
Mm-hmm.
same age. There is definitely like an age gap, but even still, like what? That's a difference of 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
He does look significantly younger. So I don't know if that's like a
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that's controversial. He is younger, but it's just
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just what's it called? I don't know. Maybe it was just like a mistake in the writing or something, or like
That's
a
what I was
mistake in the
thinking
casting.
too.
Maybe that he auditioned
Yeah.
for that and they liked him so much that they just cast him as that, or maybe he auditioned for something else and they're like, "Hey, you're not really great at for this role, but we probably could put you as this role." And then his age just happened to be much younger than present day. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, that is weird. I was like, if he went to high school with them, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it in the upcoming episodes or something. But I did think that was like a little confusing. Um,
Yeah. I hope they kind of go into detail about it. Nothing in the play. I thought that they would maybe highlight something about like maybe something directly happening with like Joyce and Henry
mhm.
as to why he targets Will so much, but like there was nothing really that directly happened between the two of them in the play. Um, just
Yeah.
kind of wild. Or like how Bob Newby doesn't say anything in season 2 about like knowing about some weird stuff going on when he knew his sister was dating a freak in high school. There's just a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
there's a lot of holes,
Maybe they'll
but
circle back to it. I don't know, but yeah.
yeah, yeah, I hope so.
Um, I saw a couple of. Have you seen any fan theories since the trailer? Because I've definitely seen like two or three.
Yes,
Um,
I've
uh,
seen quite a few. Some of them are really good. Makes you think.
yeah, I know. I'm like that's so good, but like but I'm like, I feel like the writers haven't even thought that far ahead sometimes.
I
I'm
know.
like, you know,
I
like
know.
I saw a bunch of stuff on time travel, and I was like, you really think
Yeah.
these kids are gonna go back in time? Um,
Yeah.
oh, you know what I did see that I thought was interesting, that Henry got his powers from like Dimension X or something, which I always
Mhm.
thought was the Upside Down, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's another dimension,
Yeah,
and
I
a,
saw that too.
and he's like trying to get the Mind Flayer from Dimension X into the Upside Down, and then from the Upside Down into the real world. And I was like, oh, I thought it was the same place.
I thought it was too. I saw this as well, and it just kind of confused me a little bit
Yeah,
because I also was under the impression like Dimension X and the Upside Down were just the same thing.
right.
Uh, I don't know. There's like a lot of
I
people I
guess
think
we'll
look
see.
into it like too much, like they look too far
Yeah, I
into
know,
it.
I know. And the tough thing with a show like this is it's not based off of like a graphic novel or a novel or whatever or a comic book. So then people are just like making up their own stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then some people get so creative, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I kind of wish that was real, you know?
Yeah, some people pay like really close attention to detail, and I'm like, how did you even pick up on all of this
Right,
stuff? Like,
right. They probably just watch it all day long,
I know, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
like nobody has jobs or anything, you know?
I kind of started doing that a little bit when I first watched the trailer the first time around. I actually think the first time I saw the clip was when you sent it to
Hmm.
me, and I watched it, and it was that scene where it switched. He's getting possessed and switching like
Hmm.
Henry Vecna, Henry Vecna. And I watched it real fast, and I thought that he was switching back to Fred, who was killed in season four.
Right.
Yeah, season four. I'm like, oh my gosh, so maybe he's like targeting Nancy and like haunting Nancy because that's Fred. Like, and no, and like I slowed it down, like literally like downloaded the video, and, like slowed it down. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's Henry, that's Mr. What's it.
Yeah,
But
I'm so that some of the scenes from the trailer look pretty cool though. I think the one that got me the most, I was watching it, I started watching it, and then I got distracted by something, and then I heard if you die, I die, and I was like, what? And then I had to
oh,
rewind it, and I was like, no. I was like, what the hell? I was like,
I
that's
know.
crazy.
I know. I know. Then there was even another scene where somebody like again clipped it and like put it zoomed in and like slow motion. It's like a Demogorgon chasing towards somebody and like Robin is like very slightly in the background and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Robin's gonna die." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"How did you even see that from a clip that's half a second long?" But
But Nancy also is like full form badass in this trailer, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking go, dude. Like, she's
yeah.
just like, she's got her guns. She like her facial expressions. She like means business. So
Yeah.
I hope she gets some good scenes.
Nancy's character development is definitely like one of my favorites. I actually kind of found her pretty annoying in season one. I was like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
she's an
yeah,
annoying older sister. Now I really like Nancy. Hopefully, I don't know. I just
yeah,
feel like there's
yeah,
gonna be a really brutal death. I hope they leave like Nancy alone.
yeah. So I rewatched all of season 5 again with Sarah because she had watched it in bits and pieces,
Hmm.
but never really like in its entirety. So she started from season 1. So I kind of was watching along with her, and then I watched all of season 5 with her last week. And the one thing I was like thinking, I was like, how are bullets not affecting these Demogorgons? Because you see them going in the Demogorgon, but like how it's not even slowing them down. Like with the scene where he first attacks the caravan of the military with Hopper in the back of the truck. I'm
Yeah,
like I'm like they're putting so many bullets into this thing, and it's not even slowing down. It's not even like affected at
yeah,
all. But they're not
yeah.
like bouncing off or anything. They're like going into the thing, and I'm like, how, like,
Yeah.
you know?
It is kind of wild.
And but they don't like bleed or anything. But then
Yeah,
Mrs. Wheeler stabs it in the face with the uh
I know.
with
With the
the
wine bottle.
wine
Yeah,
bottle, and it's bleeding from that. And I'm like, how is that making it bleed? And all these bullets
yeah,
not making it
yeah.
bleed. So
That is a good point. Like,
yeah,
it's not affected by the bullets at all. They never have been.
right.
Yeah, the wine bottle.
Yeah. So I was like, that's so funny. I wonder if they're gonna explain that. Maybe it's just because they're all part of a hive mind, and they're gonna say like, oh, because it's part of the hive mind, they're not really moving with their own like muscles, like someone's. But
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be kind of lame, also at the same time.
it would be. It would be. There was one theory that I
Mm-hmm.
found a little interesting. I saw today, a little while ago, and it was that in season four, Vecna says something like when all the kids in the lab are dead, like surrounded around him, he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "No, don't worry about them, 11. Like they're not dead. They're still with me in here." And then like
Oh
somebody
right.
said something about how like he makes all of his victims into some sort of demogorgon, demobat, demo something,
Oh,
and that's why Will can see through like their
interesting. Yeah.
perspective because they're all like in the mind. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um
But I think after that trailer, I know I said I wasn't. The first time we talked about it, I was like, I don't know if I'd be upset if Steve died. But now that I saw that trailer, I'm like, fuck, I think I might be upset if Steve dies.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Dustin,
It'll be disappointing if he dies. I hope he doesn't.
yeah,
I hope he doesn't.
yeah.
Ugh.
Now I'm really thinking about who I would not be upset about and who I would be upset about, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, actually, you know what? I don't think I'd be upset if Mike dies. I think I said that the first time we talked about it, but I was like, Mike hasn't really developed much.
No,
He's just kind of been there.
I think Mike Wheeler is so annoying. I think he's very annoying.
Actually, you know who I think is
Annoyingly,
100% going to survive? Mr. Wheeler. I feel like he's just like always just there in the
yeah,
background, just like being goofy. Like I feel like nothing's going to
yeah.
happen to him. Like he's going to
Oh
wake
yeah,
up
he's
from the
safe.
bed and like be walking around like oh,
Yeah,
I got to replace my golf club that I destroyed trying to kill this thing.
he's definitely safe
Yeah.
for sure.
And then I saw a bunch of the time travel stuff. I was like, that's crazy because they're like, yeah, if they travel back in time, their options are they could go all the way back in time to before Henry even gets his powers, but then Hawkins won't even be a thing. And like they're gonna like some of them might cease to exist because they went back that far in time. And I was like, oh my god, they're like they could go back in time and like save Eddie. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, you guys are throwing too many things out here. I can't even like
Yeah,
begin to think
yeah,
about where what I would even want to see them do if they went back in time because it would be pretty lame if they went back far enough to like just get rid of Henry when he was a kid before he got his powers.
right, right. Because the Upside Down was there still before he even got those
Yeah.
powers. So ugh, they started the play with like, ugh, gosh, I wish I could remember every detail off the top of my head because it was so detailed. But it was like way back there was like this ship that crashed and like got sent into Dimension X.
Oh,
And
okay.
oddly enough, like the only person that survived that was sent to Dimension X was Brenner's father.
Oh.
Yeah, and they like show him in the play, and Brenner's like, "I want you to meet my dad." They like bring him out, and he's in a wheelchair and he can't see. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
the big thing with Dimension X is like the eyes pop out, or
Really?
when they're possessed, like just like the same thing that happened to Victor Creel, like
Mm-hmm.
Henry's dad, like the eyes, something about the eyes. But and like as soon as they bring him near the father near Henry, the father who has not been able to talk for how many years or
Right.
see
Right.
for
Right.
how many years like automatically recognizes that Henry is there and is like, they do all the weird voice thing and it's like,
Ah,
we've been looking for you, and he's like, oh my god.
that's
So
kind of
yeah, that was
crazy.
like a cool connection. But that's like I guess the history behind why Brenner wanted to start this
Mm-hmm.
whole project was like figure out why that happened to his dad and then just like use Henry as his
Yeah.
little experiment.
Well, we have 9 more days. It's the 24th, right? It comes out Christmas Eve, the next part.
Is it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Oh, I don't know. Good question. I feel like it's Christmas Eve because the final is finale is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I literally
Okay.
just posted something on my Instagram story that was like, "Don't even ask me what my New Year's Eve plans are. You already know." And it's
Yeah.
and it's the
No,
Stranger Things.
literally. Literally.
Actually, I'm kind of curious to see if I can get tickets for that for a showing. I don't know. I assume they're all sold out, but I mean I could be wrong.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I wish all theaters were doing that, but
Oh, it's not all theaters. It's only select
I don't
theaters.
think so. I think it's only select theaters. Yeah. I won't be going out either way. I'll be watching that, whether it's in a
Yeah, yeah,
theater
yeah,
or on
yeah.
my couch.
I'm not really a New Year's Eve person either. I'm like, it's just another night.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not big
Mm,
into it. Maybe like a house party if somebody has
yeah.
something at their house, but I
Right,
don't
right,
like
right.
to go out.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Too overstimulating.
Too overstimulating, too many useless calories.
Exactly. Can't be
Um,
wasting that on drinks.
I
No
was
way.
I was dying today when I saw your cat food story. I was like, oh my god, it literally does look like cat food. It's so funny. It's also really funny. So for those of you who don't follow me or G, she has this running joke where she posts her ground, it's ground turkey, right?
Ground turkey and ground beef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ground turkey, ground beef on top of her rice, and she calls it kibble, like dog kibble. And apparently, some people thought she was eating actual kibble. So I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
When did you start doing that?
I've been consistent with the kibble
Hmm.
for I would say since around Memorial Day was when I like really locked into like doing the meal preps consistently.
Right.
And funny enough, before that, like I was still pretty consistent with my meals and my food, but I wasn't really prepping. I was kind of just like doing it as I go. And I was on a really big tuna kick, which just ties to the cat food. I was on a big tuna kick for lunch. And then eventually I was like, I need something more fulfilling. So I was doing the ground
Yeah.
turkey, ground beef with the rice. And then I don't know, the kibble thing just like popped up randomly. This was maybe like I don't know, like 2 months ago now,
Mm.
and I've just been making that joke on social media and like I've been posting it on my close friends. So now that I branched out and put it
Yeah.
to my actual story, I had like no lie, 4 messages the other day. So is this actually kibble that you eat? No,
That's great.
please don't do that. So yeah, the tuna today looked
Yeah.
like cat food, so
Literally
we're
cat
just
food. Have you seen that brand of food where it's like freeze dried, like astronaut food, and it's called dog food, DAWG? But
yeah,
it's
I
like
have.
I don't know what it is, but it's definitely meat and it's high protein. But it's marketed like even the packaging, it looks like something you'd buy from like a Petco or something, but it's
Like
like
a
human
dog.
food. But it's called dog food. I gotta try it. I haven't found it yet.
I
Maybe
love
it's just
that.
maybe I'll just order it online and do a review.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Let me know how that is. I've never had it either
yeah,
way. So
apparently the macros are good. I don't even know what they are, but I thought that was really funny.
if the
But
macros are good, I'll try it. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
need your review.
Oh, definitely. So, tell us about. So we know you're super into fitness and you meal prep all the time, but um, tell us about how you started your fitness journey
Oh boy.
and your
Okay.
biggest inspirations, and yeah, kind of just like
Okay.
why and how you started.
All right. Okay. So I started about 10 years ago. It was the first time I signed up for a gym. It was Signature Fitness in Belleville before it became this big. It was always big, but it's like completely different than when I used to
Mm-hmm.
go ten years ago. And it was my ex-boyfriend at the time in high school who introduced me to lifting. He's like, you should try it because me and my best friend do it. Okay. So I would go with them after school and I hated it. Like I hated going, but I only went because they wanted me to go and they were super into it. It's like, fine. Lifting like baby weights. I was like super skinny in high school. And once I went off to college, the first year it kind of fell off a little bit. Like I just hated going to the gym, so I was like, nah, not for me. And revisited it once, just like insecurity, like self-esteem issues. Was like,
Right.
all right, it's time. Like maybe it would be cool to grow a little bit of muscle, lose a little bit of weight. And I was just doing it all wrong. My first like 2 years of lifting, I was just, or even just working out, it was just like nonstop cardio, like less than 1,200 calories a day. I was doing like 2 hours of cardio before classes in the morning,
Oh man.
2 hours of cardio at night before we went out. And it was just like every day. And I had like the skinny fat look where I had like no muscle, but it was just like it just didn't look right. Like not
But
a
it was
toned
just
muscle.
like it's like you have no muscle, but you're just like soft almost,
Yes, like
skinny
not
fat,
fit. Yeah, yeah, not fit, but like
just
just
a little
and it was
squishy, but not fat.
yeah, exactly. And like my nutrition wasn't there either. Like I wasn't but I was not eating a lot. So the weight change, like the my physique shift from like freshman year of college to junior year was drastic. I was very thin. And then COVID hit, so I gained a little bit more weight then, but I was going on like walks with my mom, the gym closed, I didn't have access to it. And then once everything kind of started back up again after COVID was when I kind of started to do things a little bit more correctly. Started lifting weights. I was like really watching what I ate, but in a good way. Like I was eating nutritious foods, I was eating enough food. I was still lean, but I was putting on muscle. And then everything happened with I mean, I had my heart procedure last year, but I've
Right.
had that heart condition since birth. For those of you that don't know, I had a heart procedure last year that it affected my heartbeat. My resting heartbeat was a little over 110 beats per minute minimum,
All the time?
and all the time. When I was sleeping, it wouldn't drop below 100 beats per minute. So when
Wow.
I was working out, it would get upwards of like 200 sometimes,
Right,
220.
right.
And it was very difficult to do anything like high intensity or cardio or lifting like really heavy. I would get really winded really fast. So it was getting progressively worse. So last year after the procedure had happened, ever since then, I feel like my lifts, my workouts, everything has been a lot more effective. Um, so I don't know. Over the last like 3.5-ish years, I've been pretty consistent with like my weights and my routine and my meals and everything. But thankfully, over the last year, everything's been good with the heart and the health and
Yeah,
everything.
for
So I feel
sure.
like that was like the final piece, and now I'm just feel like I'm in the best shape of my
Hmm.
life. So I know it's like a long story, but
No,
here
yeah,
we
no, it's
are.
cool. I mean, that's the whole point of a podcast. We get to talk about stuff in depth a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you play any sports in high school or anything? Or in?
I did. I did. I played softball
Hmm.
since I was like 4 years old. Big baseball family. My dad grew up playing baseball. My mom was played softball, and then, now my brother plays baseball. My sister was never really into it,
Hmm.
but I was a pitcher and a first baseman
Nice.
all throughout. Just like when I was growing up in high school and in college, I didn't play for the. I went to Ramapo. I didn't play
Hmm.
for the Ramapo team, but I still played in like little like pickup intramural games, and like
Yeah, for sure.
even now we just do like sometimes I'll play in like a almost like a beer league in like the fall or the
Yeah, no,
spring,
definitely.
and it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, that was like my
Uh,
main sport
did
growing up was
uh did your
softball.
heart condition affect that at all?
With softball, no, which was why I leaned toward that sport the
Hmm.
most because softball is more it's not super cardio demanding. Like, yeah, you're running from base to base,
Hmm.
but you're running like 60 or 90
You have
feet
plenty
and
of
you're taking
rest in between.
yeah, you're taking a break. Whereas like when I was in sixth grade, I did basketball. When I was younger, I was always considered the tall girl. It's like, oh,
Right.
G should play basketball. She'd be great at it. And that was actually one of the first times we realized something was wrong. 'Cause we were running and like conditioning and doing suicides, and I like could not catch my breath. And they were like, all right, something like
Right.
you're an in shape kid. You should not be acting like this. It didn't make any sense. That was like one of the first times we looked into it. And it was just always dismissed as like kids just
Yeah.
run with a high heart rate. But I always liked softball because it wasn't super tolling on like, I run from base to base. Okay, I get winded for a little bit, but easy to recover. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
cool. That's cool.
yeah.
What of what are your goals for 2026 in terms of fitness? I know you've said that you've never competed.
Never
I
can.
know you've said that your sister's competed, but
Mhm.
do you have any interest in that, or do you just have some very general gain more muscle kind of goals, or maybe you want to run more half marathons?
You know, uh, I'm not ruling that out completely. I would do another half.
Hmm.
I would do another half. I don't know if the time is now. I would ideally like to put on a little bit more muscle before I revisit the idea of training for another
Or
half.
maybe High Rocks is super popular right now.
I know. I do have some High Rocks friends that are like, "Oh, we should do
Right.
like a doubles together." It's a different training style than what
Hmm.
I'm used to. I would have to. I would have to train for it, obviously. Not ruling that out either. It
Hmm.
would be something to like check off the bucket list at some point. I
Right.
think that they're super cool
They look
and it is a
fun.
different. They do look a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't do it for time. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
it to like set a I would literally just do it to do it, like the
Yeah.
Jersey City half that I did in April. But any goals? Just to put on more muscle, get a few more pull-ups. Um I mm, would really, really, really like to get a little bit more attention from my favorite fitness brand. That would be cool.
Hell yeah. You want to give them a shout out? Who is it?
Yeah, Honor Active, if you're seeing this, Chrissy, if you're seeing this, please sponsor me. Um, yeah, they're a great all women's and completely women-owned brand, women's activewear, super great clothes. Feel super confident in
Hmm.
them. It's all I work out in. So I love them. I'm a part of their community campaign for
Yeah.
January 2026. Super honored,
Yeah, for sure.
honored, honored to be a part of that.
Right.
Um, and yeah, we'll see where that takes me. That I never in a million years would have imagined I would get any attention from any sort of fitness brand
Yeah.
after however many years of working out. So this is kind of cool. Cool,
Okay.
very cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the things we talked about last time was how important it is that, or maybe not how important. It is important, but maybe easy it is to grow when influencers uh post very honestly. It sounds like a very common sense thing to do, like, oh, just be yourself, post like, you know, like be transparent. But it's amazing how many people are not, because people are so smart they can see past that.
Yeah,
But I've definitely seen, like, I followed accounts that were like maybe 10K followers, and they just kept posting, like, just being themselves, talking about the honest truth about, calories in versus calories out. No, like detox teas, or
yeah,
like buy my
yeah,
waist trainer stuff. Like, those are the accounts I see that really do well, because people can see how honest they are. And I
yeah,
think that you're definitely one of those accounts. Um, and I definitely can see you, like, getting a lot of traction in the future, because people love that. People want to see, like, obviously you put in the hard work and people can see that, but you're also not like what's it called, doing like smoke and mirrors, where you're like, this is what I look like all the time, and it's like, you after a good lift and you have a good pump and good lighting, you're not like one of those people that's like, yeah, I look like this all the time, and like,
yeah,
like, you tell
yeah,
people the truth about like what you're eating. You're not like, this is what I eat every day, and it's like, it's just ground beef, ground chicken, turkey, and rice. It's not like, oh, this is, whatever. Like, I've seen fitness influencers that are like, I think the funniest eating trend that I've seen is if it fits your macros, because I saw influencers that would be like, yeah, I eat like 15 Pop Tarts in the morning, but it fits my macros. And I mean, yeah, like, yeah, yes, you could still eat under in calories
yeah,
if it fits your macros, but at the end of the day, you're still not getting like your micronutrients or anything like that. And it's also not
yeah,
sustainable. That's like one thing they do one time for like a YouTube video,
yeah,
but
exactly.
every
Yeah,
other day they're eating the same thing. It's always like ground meat and rice and vegetables. Like,
yeah,
sure you could eat that every once in a while, but and they're doing it for a video, but like, people see that and they're like, oh yeah, my favorite influencer Dre literally just eats Pop Tarts, and then and then he also, like, intermittent fasts, and then when he gets
yeah,
home, he can, because he was fasting all day, he can eat a whole pizza and he hasn't gained any weight. It's crazy. And like,
yeah,
people that post stuff like that just for like views and stuff, like, people can easily see that, pick that out, and be like, yeah, that's, obviously there are still people that are like, oh my god, I can do that too. But a majority of the population is smart enough, or I would like to think is smart enough to see that and be like,
yeah. I
this
would hope
guy's
so.
faking this whole thing, man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and they're
It
also
really is.
blasting
It's like
trend.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, but it's true. It really is like everything is so simple if you're just yourself. Like I just started again, like I just started my TikTok like what, like 2 months ago.
Hmm.
And when I started posting or when people were telling me to post, they're like, it really is just simple. Like just be yourself. And I really didn't know what that meant. Like, it's like, what do you mean just be yourself? I'm seeing all these people, even now, like I see these people just like pumping out content
Hmm.
constantly. And I'm like, how do you have the time and like the patience? Do you do nothing else all day? You just curate this like literally perfect, aesthetically pleasing content all
Hmm.
day. But it's it really is about like again I take a step back and I reflect on the people that I follow that actually sit and pay attention to, like not just scrolling past. And it is the people that keep it real, the people that like okay, they talk to the camera, they don't, there's no bullshit, no beating around the
Hmm.
bushes, none of that. Like again, like I do this in a day to make sure that I have a tiny waist and I look
Right.
tone. Oh gosh, like I hate those videos.
Waist trainer.
But
I wear it all day.
oh, the waist trainers. Oh yeah. Do this so you can be toned, high
Right.
reps, low weight. Oh, yeah.
I know.
So, yeah, it really is. It's all about authenticity. And like some of my favorites, like I like Kelly Matthews. Kelly Matthews is
Oh,
like my
she's funny.
favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
God, and she just like she's straight, simple, to the point. And I know that she has her own like coaching thing too. She's an honor active athlete, but she will always say like my program is not for you if you want to like beat around the bushes, if you like
Yeah,
don't want to be sore
yeah.
the next day, if you don't want to lift heavy, if you don't want to grow muscle. And I'm like, I like you. We need
Right,
more
right,
people
right.
like you.
And I mean, she's at a point now where she can turn people away, but I think when you're also starting out online training or even just personal training in general, a lot of people are afraid to say that kind of thing because obviously you want to sign a client,
Right.
she's been like that the whole time. Like she's always
Yeah.
been like, this isn't the style of training for everybody. Like this is what you have to give to get something out of it,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Which is another reason why she's so popular because she keeps it real.
Yeah. Yeah. And her results reflects
Dude,
what she
she's so
says, you know.
jacked.
She is.
Her,
She,
we talked about lean beef patty the last time we
yeah.
chatted.
Yeah.
Another one that like really has blown up and I've been like so impressed with because he does such a low effort YouTube video all the time is Sam Sulek.
I knew you were gonna
And I'm
say him. I
like,
just
he
knew it.
literally, because when I started making videos, I like got my first camera and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a fitness influencer, blah blah blah. And I'd watch like, and we talked about these guys the last time too, was like Christian Guzman, Max Tuning, all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
guys who like uh, do all the fun transitions and the whatevers and the music and the blah blah blah. And then Sam Sulek is just like camera on, start talking, camera off,
Yeah.
post to YouTube, and I'm like, but for the longest time I've been trapped in like oh man, I got to make this as nice looking as possible, and I've only just recently been like, all right, I'll make it look as nice as possible. Like I have my ring light, I have my accent light over here, I have my good camera, but like I'm just going to post this onto YouTube just like this. Like I don't have time in my day to like add transitions and captions and titles and like whatever, like that's not
Yeah.
realistic, and it took me a long time to realize like they were making enough money from YouTube at that point to pay people to film and edit. And then, yes, they would still film on their own and still
Hmm.
edit on their own sometimes, but a majority of the time they were paying people. And I was like, oh, I was like, that was a hard pill to swallow because for the longest time I was like, I can do this all myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But then like it's really been like another one is Casey Neistat. He's always been like that where he does incorporate like fun little transitions, but for the most part it's just camera on, talk to the camera, change the scene, turn the camera off, small
Yeah.
edits. And I've always wanted to be like that, but it hasn't really been since like Sam Sulek where I'm like, damn, you can literally just talk to the camera, and as long as you're like real and like have something to say and not just like a complete asshole, you can definitely grow on social media. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's another one where I'm like, you just gotta keep it real.
Yeah, it's so true. It's I'm in that rut, like that mental battle with myself right now where
Hmm.
I'm seeing all these again being a part of this like community campaign. I'm seeing like all these girls
Mm-hmm.
post and they're so good at it, and I like doubt myself. I'm like I don't know how they have all the time to set up this like they have these nice perfect backgrounds and like the lighting is really nice and they do all these transitions. And the other day I'm trying to I when I took off yesterday, I was doing like a lot of content and like
Yeah.
filming. I'm like, okay, let me like rearrange everything so it looks like super aesthetic. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like this is not me. Let me just prop the phone up. I'm just gonna talk. I made like a
Right.
drafted
Right.
video and I'll just see how it performs. Just whatever. But
Yeah.
it's
But I
a
mean,
lot.
the people who don't want to see that and do want to see the aesthetic stuff is like you might not want them as followers anyway. And then the people that want to follow
Right.
you for who you are, those are the people you want anyway. So,
Right.
they're
I want
not
to
going to
reach the right
care.
audience.
Yeah. They're not going to care what your background looks like if you're, you know, giving a good
Yeah.
message and, the quality of your content is there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, who wants to hear me yap for 10 minutes
I mean, you'd
straight?
be surprised. I mean, other than like, the people that actually already do follow you, if you have something important to say, people will, listen and follow.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you have any? Okay, so I mean, speaking on that, do you have any social media goals for 2026?
You know, like I I must admit, I do
Mm,
really, really enjoy creating content. I think it's fun.
yeah.
I think this new little skill set of like editing and clipping and doing whatever to like post these little videos is so fun. I'm not looking to like exponentially, like if I don't get 10,000 followers by next year, it's not going to be the
Yeah.
end of the world for me. That's not really my goal. I would like a lot more of a community based, like more
Yeah,
interactive
for sure.
type of group. Like I don't want millions of
Yeah.
followers. It's not
Yeah.
really the goal here. I would much rather have like a group of people that actually do again want to hear me talk and whatever. So if the numbers go up, that's
Mm-hmm.
great, but more interaction, maybe just getting better at posting content, um, and then just getting noticed. Getting noticed by Honor would be really, really
I mean,
cool.
they already have
Well,
noticed you. I mean, you're a part of
they
the
have,
program, so.
they have.
And I mean,
So we'll see.
whoever is running that program, ideally, it can see through some of the. I mean, I doubt that. Well, that's not true. I'm sure there are some fakers out there in this group of 100 people that got chosen, but I would like to think that whoever's running this program and is sifting through the content is going to be able to see the real people from the fake people. Um, so
Yeah, I hope
I
so. I
have
hope
I
so.
have faith in you.
Everybody in the group is really nice, and like again, just like watching their stuff, I'm like, "Ah, God, I don't know how you guys are so good
Hmm.
at this, but um, yeah,
Hmm.
the influencer manager, the partnership managers that at least I've like found on social media, they seem pretty great. So we'll see. I know that whoever the 10 people are that get picked to be affiliates of the brand will be well deserved. So it'll be
Yeah.
exciting either way. Won't give up. If it
Yeah.
doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's just not my time. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing either way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me personally, I have definitely grown a lot.
Yeah.
I know I said this last time, but have had my this account since like 2000 and I think 2017, maybe
Wow.
2016, but like literally not until like 2020, 2021, I didn't start getting any traction. But I was basically just posting funny stuff for athletic trainers, and I mean, they
Hmm.
seemed to like it. So I grew. I kind of hit a plateau, and for a long time, I was so obsessed. I'd be so upset if I lost a follower or two. And so I hit
Yeah.
a plateau, and I was like, all right, how can I keep growing? And then I kind of like took a step back, and I was like, okay, if I start making funny content for athletes, obviously there's more athletes in the world than athletic trainers. So then
Hmm.
I started focusing my content towards athletes specifically. Grew a whole lot more. I got up to I think I'm at like 34K right now, but
Nice. Nice.
I was at like 34. I was at like 35.2, And then I recently, like I said, since I've been watching a lot of Sam Sulek, I was like, I'm just gonna post what I want to post. Like I don't really care anymore. The
Yeah.
people that want to stay are gonna stay, and the people that are, gonna leave are gonna leave, and that's fine. And I've literally probably lost in the last 6 months, probably like 800 followers, and this is for the first time ever. I'm like, whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well,
And honestly, changing my mentality to that has been so much easier on me because I was like, oh, I lost 3 followers today. I got to post a banger video. I got to post something hilarious. Um,
yeah,
and that would just like I and then I was always thinking of like that's the only thing I could think of. I was like, what's funny? What's funny? I got to find something funny to post. And that was
yeah,
just like it was like there was like a spell on me. I was like I couldn't stop thinking of anything else. And then
yeah,
now since I've reprogrammed my brain. I'm like, whatever if they unfollow me. And I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
I've been like gaming a lot more. I'm like I'm gonna post my gaming stuff because I love playing video games. And I'm like whatever. I'll post that if that's what I want to post. I'll post it. And if
yeah.
people want to follow me on my gaming account, shout out to Ghost of Dre underscore gaming. If that'd be really cool. But if not, I'm just gonna cause like fitness. I love fitness. I love running. But I play a lot of video games to wind down, and I'm like, why not just record that and post it? Um,
Yeah, it's part of who you are.
and yeah, and it's so funny because I noticed when I started posting about running, I took a small little dip in followers. And I was like, huh. I was like, that's surprising. I would have thought that athletic trainers and athletes kind of intersect with running,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, I
You
thought
would
maybe they'd
think.
think it was funny, but I guess not. But I mean, I still
Interesting.
posted it
Yeah.
anyway. But honestly, looking at my analytics now, I'm like, I see a lot of interactions, way more. Um, Obviously from my OG followers, but I get a lot of interactions now from my new followers in the running community, which is really fun. That's the
Good.
community I found that it's like super supportive.
Yeah.
Like if I ever got a hate comment on a running video, like all the other running people would just be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Go fuck yourself,"
Yeah.
and just like jump this random person that just like threw one hate comment on my video. So
That's awesome though.
yeah,
That's the kind of community I want.
yeah.
So see, you're also motivating me to stop being so upset if I lose a follower because I
Yeah,
notice
dude.
that
I mean,
too.
for a long time, I would be like, oh, no, what did I
Yeah.
do? What can I
Yeah.
do to
Yeah.
get you back?
Yeah.
But once you kind of get over that, I've definitely had been having more fun. And it's like, and like last week, I took a little bit of a break. I was like, all right, I don't want to post any stories. I'm just gonna consume content. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna post if I want to post. And that was like a nice reset too, because now I'm like thinking of new ideas for the new year. And and honestly, I've been wanting to post more long form content, which is why I'm like going to do this little podcast thing for as long as I can
Nice. Yeah.
on YouTube. Um, I just feel like I'm trying to get off of posting so much short form content because I feel like my attention span is so short now.
I get it.
I have realized that listening to podcasts has really like kept me like laser focused, not just on the content itself, but like if I'm at the studio taking photos of like our products and whatever, I throw on a podcast and I'm like laughing with the because I listen to a lot of the Basement Yard. I'm like laughing with those guys,
Love the
keeps me
basement
on
art.
point, and then also it keeps me from opening Instagram every 5 seconds because I was at
Yep.
a point in my life where I was like, all right, that's enough scrolling for now. Close the app, put my phone down. 5 seconds later, let me just boop,
Yep.
and then it gets to the point where it's like your brain's not even telling you to open it. It's literally muscle memory, and I'm like, this is bad.
It is. Yeah, yeah. You just automatically go to it. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But now that I've also been back in the gym, I've been trying to uh, limit my screen time at the gym, which has been really helpful.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Gym
What?
is like the decompressing, like my decompressing space. Like
Yeah.
headphones, like literally headphones on, world off. I know that that's very cringe and like,
Yeah.
but I try not to go on my like on social media at all while I'm there. Like this is my time.
Yeah.
Everything else can wait.
And it's funny
Yeah.
because I'm still not training for a specific marathon, but the last 2 months of marathon prep, I kind of stopped lifting so heavy and just focused on getting my miles in. And now that
Hmm.
I'm back into the swing of things, I like forgot how good it feels to like get a good lift in if like you've had even a single minor inconvenience. I'm like, I'm gonna go lift, and you just feel so
Yeah.
much better, you know. And like
Yeah.
running does that too, but in a different way. I feel like running helps me clear my head, but lifting really helps me get. I guess it gets helps you get some aggression out because you're just like moving heavy shit, and you're just like, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, you know.
definitely. Yeah, no, I know the feeling. It definitely, they are different. They are different.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. It's like it is a stress reliever. If I just have like a lot of stuff going on instead of like screaming, yelling, punching, just like lifting heavy shit, it really
Yeah,
it helps. It helps.
helps a
Just any
lot.
sort of movement helps a lot. So, I get the feeling. Glad that you're back into the lifting space. We're happy to have you
Yeah.
back.
Oh my god, dude. It's like now that I'm like 2 weeks back into like it's hard because like getting back into it after a long break, your body's kind of like it still knows what to do, but it's just like a little wobbly. And then you're
Yeah.
like, I could still lift as much as I could, but instead of like 4 or 5 sets of that weight, I can only do like one set. And then I'm like the biggest one for me is always like shoulder press. If I don't shoulder press like with dumbbells for a long time,
Hmm.
I have to go back down to like 25s. And I'm like,
Yeah.
because if
Yeah.
I also don't, I always hurt my neck on my left side if I don't focus on form. So
Got it.
if I'm just like going back to slinging like heavy weights, my neck will pay for it. But
Yeah.
it's so funny because I'm like just sitting there. I'm like with my little dumbbells. I feel like SpongeBob with the little,
That
you
yeah,
know.
that's me anytime I train
Hmm.
chest. When he's got the
Yeah,
little things. Yeah, it's
yeah,
funny. But yeah, it's like riding a bike. It's like once you start, it's like really hard to like get the pedals going, and then once you're going, it's fine, and then it's hard to get off.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in that phase.
Oh man, you know what really got me jacked up the other day when I saw that you squatted 225, and I was like, "Let's go!" And then literally that same day, Sarah and I went to the gym. I was like, "I'm gonna hit legs today,"
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
hit
yeah, yeah.
legs.
I'm so happy. I'm so
Yeah,
happy that that
hmm,
pushed you because that was the day that it was snowing. And I
yeah.
got to the gym. There was nobody there. Nobody wanted to come out in the snowstorm. It was no exaggeration. Me
Best
and
day
maybe
in the
three
gym.
other
Yeah.
people. Yeah, three other people. I was like, I'm gonna fuck around today.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
my one gym friend who's always there was like, he's like, I want to see you put 225 on this bar.
yeah,
I was like, oh. He's like, you're gonna squat it. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. And so I always warm up with like 155.
yeah,
All good.
yeah. No, Sarah's trying to give me a cheesecake. Hold on.
Hi, Sarah.
I put the strawberries
Oh,
on it.
you want to say hi? This is going on the internet.
Hello.
That looks
You
great.
gotta come.
Where's the
Hi,
microphone?
Sarah.
Here's the
Can she hear
microphone.
me?
If you get closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
My sister made this
Hi.
cheesecake.
And then I made
That
the
looks
strawberries, so I helped.
that, that looks divine.
I was
I'm
telling her
jealous.
about how we went to the gym on the snow day and I hit legs because
I did too. I almost
because she
threw up.
squatted 225 for the first time the other day and I was like,
Nice
"Let's fucking
job.
go."
Nice job.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, solid. Solid.
I
I
can't
don't
hear
know how
what
I
you're
did that.
saying.
I don't
She said she doesn't know how she did that, but I don't. I think she did
A lot of
girl
pre-workout.
power.
Girl power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was one of my gym friends who like never skips. He was like, "You're gonna squat 225 today." And I've never put more weight on a bar than 205 just because I've been scared. I was like, there's only three other people in the gym today. If I embarrass myself, I embarrass myself. But I'm gonna record it
But you got
just
it
in
on camera,
case.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, walk away. Don't look at me because if I fail, I'll scream for
Oh
your
my
help
god, you
after.
didn't
But I
have him
want
spot you? I'd be like, can you just stand here just so I feel
I,
safe?
I was too embarrassed. I was like, please just stay close just in case, but don't watch me if I fail.
Turn around.
And yeah, and I'm tall, so squatting isn't like my favorite thing because I can't get super like my femurs are long. But I get parallel. So I'm like, okay, here we go, and it felt heavy. I just like stood with it for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, let's just one, and then get back up, and I did it. And I really couldn't believe it. I was so hyped. Then I got the pull up right after, 3 pull-ups.
That's a great day.
Yeah, it was a crazy day. No pre-workout either.
Oh
Just
my god, she raw
raw
dogged
dog the
it.
whole thing.
You're the chosen
I
one.
Good chosen one.
yeah, I don't know how I did all that. But yeah, so now I'm not. Maybe I'll try the 225 again this weekend just to see if it was fake, and then I'm staying consistent with those pull-ups though, because ever since I got the unassisted, like I can't stop. So
I don't know how if this resonates for you, but I do feel like the weight that I can do during perhaps my luteal phase feels
yeah,
different on my body than like, I don't know, a different phase. So if it doesn't feel right 1 week later, it's not even your fault, honestly. You're just
yes.
living.
No, it's not just you. That is 100% true
It's
because
real.
it is a real thing. It is a real thing. There are some weeks where I'm off and I'm like, wonder what's going on right now. Let me check the Flow app. Yep, that sounds about
And then
right.
Bestie shows up and you're like, dang it, I was so
Yeah,
ready.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have my Aura ring to kind of like track that too. So I'm like, yep, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Are you an Apple Watch person?
Yeah, I am. Actually have it.
Shame.
I'm not wearing it right now, but yeah, an
Oh,
Apple Watch
fancy.
girly. Yeah, I'm not a Garmin girl.
If you're not a
I'm not a
runner, I
runner.
feel like it's too much. Yeah, because when I try to lift with it at the gym, I'm like, hello? Do you even know what I'm
Yeah.
doing? Like, I don't
Yeah.
think it knows what I'm doing.
It just goes based off of your heart rate, which is like whatever, but like it'll be like you burn 800 calories, and I'm like I only did 3 squats.
Yeah.
Or like I do 12 squats and it's like, good job, that was 3 reps. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Okay.
So,
Wrong. I'm like constantly adding.
mhm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
I just wanted you to have some cheesecake because I was having cheesecake. So I thought you'd
great.
want to have some cheesecake
No, that's
also.
perfect. Thank
Okay.
you.
First one was
Biggest fitness hot take.
fitness hot take. Okay, fitness hot take. I'm like 90% sure I said this last time, but either way, it's still a hot
Hmm.
take. Um, uh, uh, like some things I have to watch because I don't want to get canceled. Um,
It's fine. I'm the same way.
oh man. Girls that train a certain way to get toned or like if they don't want to lift heavy because they're afraid that they'll get bulky.
Hmm.
I I have been in situation multiple times where somebody will say to me, "I love how you look," or "I love your physique, I love whatever. How do you train? How do you work out? What do you do?" And I'll explain like I strength train, I lift heavy, I XYZ. And well, I don't want to lift heavy because I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to look like a man. So I'm like, do I look like a man? Do I look like a man? You just said that you liked how I look. Do I look bulky? No, I want to tone out. I want to have toned arms like you. There's like in order to tone, you have to have that look. Like there's no such thing as tone. Like you have to lift heavy. So like my biggest fitness hot take is that like there's no such thing as toning. You have to build muscle to get
Right, right,
achieve
right.
that look. And you can't achieve that look through certain types of movement that are trending on the
Yeah.
internet right now.
Have you seen that
Just lift
meme where it'll be
weight.
like a bunch of women? I don't mean this to be offensive to women. If anything, I hope it's offensive to the classes, but the classes where people put on like bungee ropes and they're like jumping and stuff, and the
I knew
captions
you were gonna
like
say something like that. Or like the
caption,
trampoline.
yeah, and the captions like, "Dang, women would really rather do anything but lift a weight." And I'm like, oof. I'm like, it's funny because it's true. But there's so
It's
much misinformation about it too. Like people are perpetually the fitness industry is I feel like has grown so much and there's so much good information, but the stuff that gets shared is like the bad information, like you said, toning. And people still
yes.
say that. And I'm like, that's not a real thing.
Yeah, it is. It's not a real thing. And I'm not saying that, like, listen, do I think everybody should strength train just for like being strong and like longevity purposes? Yes, absolutely. Everybody has a preferred type of movement, though. So if
Right.
strength training like isn't your jam, that's fine. But for people that like want to have that look or want to achieve that look, and they're like, no, like that can't be it. Like, that's like I guess where this message is going
Right, right.
because oh gosh, it grinds my
And
gears. Oh, I
you
just
like
want to.
you like give them the answer and they like push it away and they're like, no, that's not right. I'm
I
like,
don't want to get too bulky. Oh, I've been
right.
trying to look like Arnold for years,
Yeah.
bro. Didn't
I
accidentally
know.
happen to me.
And that's the other meme where it's like when it's like man, if it was easy to accidentally get bulky from lifting weights, then why am I still fucking skinny?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah,
it'll be like a
exactly.
dude that's already jacked though. He'll be like the body dysmorphia is like real. He's like, why am I still so skinny then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just yeah, so that's my
Mhm.
like
Hot take.
high reps, low weight also just that's another
Yeah.
one.
Well, that's another one
Yeah.
that goes hand in hand with toning, that
Yeah.
toning
There's that
verbiage.
meme of that there's that meme of that girl. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like going everywhere right now where they're like high reps, low weight, honey, because you don't want to look like a
Uh
man.
huh.
And then it's like paired with like some clip of a girl like lifting like super heavy.
Yeah, like
It's just
deadlifting or something.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's like that's high reps, low weight. It's not anyway. Anyway.
Okay, okay. So favorite influencer or least favorite influencer or both?
Okay, favorite influencer. You know, I'm gonna bring her up again. I freaking love Kelly Matthews. She
Hmm.
really just she does keep it real. She says it like it is. And like you said, it could be difficult for somebody to have that approach that's just trying to start out or get clients or whatever, but she, you know, has made the reputation for herself. She looks the part and she gives that no bullshit approach where it's like it's simple, let's not reinvent the wheel, like this is how you do it, train hard, the results will come type of thing. So I love Kelly Matthews. She even has this new series that she started. I think it was a few months ago, where it's like the simple kitchen thing, and she will literally give these ideas for like good, simple recipes that if you have like a busy lifestyle or when you're trying to like put in a good protein diet or a good protein like dinner or meal, whatever. She'll like just do something super simple. It has a
Hmm.
few ingredients and it's easy. I've actually been saving a few of them because I don't have time to freaking cook a different dinner
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
day. Um, and I think that's like really helpful too because a lot of people lack with like nutrition or trying to find something that's simple or easy that's good for you. So, um, I love her for that. So yeah, Kelly Matthews, um, another fitness influencer. That's uh I don't know. Chris Bumstead's a pretty like
Oh man, he's all
I love
time.
C Bump.
He could post
C Bump.
anything and I'll be like double tap. Love it.
C Bump
Love it.
Stead's so
Repost it.
great. I know. He's not even like an influencer. He just is.
Yeah.
He just is.
He's literally just a jack guy with social media. Like
Yeah.
when it comes
Yeah.
down to it, he's not
Yeah.
influencing anyone to do anything
I
except to
know. I
not be
know.
a skinny bitch.
Exactly. And then I guess one more that I recently discovered. Her name is Sully Stanton,
Hmm.
and she is also with Honor Active. Um, I she motivates me to post better content and to be more
Hmm.
interactive. Like Kelly is great from the perspective of like looking good, the no bullshit approach. Like she doesn't beat around the bush. She's very direct, and like I love her for that because I
Hmm.
agree with everything that she says. And Sully kind of like scratches the itch in my brain from like the content perspective. Like, wow, she fosters a great community. She posts great content. She likes, comments, reposts, like everything that anyone will tag her in. And she just like
Yeah.
I would love to be like that and be as involved with my followers like as she is with the platform that she's grown. So really, really love her stuff too. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to give her a follow. What's her name?
Sully Stanton, Suly.
S
Um,
U L Y. Stan.
Stanton.
All right, I'll
She's
take a look.
awesome.
I'll take a look. Okay, last one, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Is a piece of advice you'd give to your younger self, or a young woman that could be in the same situation that you found yourself in as a younger lady.
Okay. I guess it would be um, the fitness journey is it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long game. Nothing's gonna change overnight. And the reason that you should be all in it is for yourself, to better yourself and not to fit some sort of image of what somebody wants you to be or from what you see on social media. That last part I still struggle with a little bit.
Hmm.
But yeah, for my younger self, if somebody is trying to if somebody makes you feel small, you shouldn't be doing things to shrink yourself or fit into that narrative. You should be taking up space, do what you want to do, um, and do it for yourself, not for other people. And for anybody that's just starting out, in addition to that advice, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it in terms of lifts, food, content, even. Just simple is best. There's no reason to try to reinvent the wheel.
That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple is best. Okay. Where can our people find you? Your social media platforms.
All right. Well, on Instagram, my handle is Giance,
Gianna.
GIY0NCE. That was made in high school, actually, and
Hell
I just
yeah.
kept it, just kept rolling with it.
I like it. It's catchy.
It is, yeah, yeah. I changed it once for like 2 weeks in college, and everyone was like, no. And then on TikTok, it's the same thing, underscore Giance, GIY
Underscore
zero
Gianna.
N C E.
Well, guys, that's the end of our episode. Thank you, Gianna, for being on the episode, our inaugural episode. If you guys like this content, make sure you follow us for more. And if you like Gianna, make sure you give her a follow. And if you like her on the podcast, let us know in the comments, and then we'll get her on the podcast more.
Heck
But thanks
yeah.
for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.